decided to come out with Chris from Detecting NEPA. We only had an hour or two. It's getting later in the day. You know, we were both doing stuff during the day, but so I came back out to this field where I found the old homestead. Me and him decided to come over and see what else we can find. I got a couple of shield nickels out of here and some Indian pennies, but as I was making some passes in here, they plowed this all up, and I've come to this field many times looking for arrowheads, and it's so hard to look at because of all the rock that's in this field. But as I was swinging, I looked down, and sure enough, a small triangular point. I thought it was going to be a broken, but I could see the base on it. You could see how it's thinned out right there. It's not snapped. So, nice little triangle point. We'll take that. And anyway, we'll get back to you if we find something else. Hey guys, what's up? Had a short little hunt to do. I came out, it's very busy on this street here. I'm right on the main drag right in town, but I got this little piece of property to do, and I got a couple of clad pennies over here, or regular pennies, not clad, but I just hit a deeper coin, and turned out it's going to be an Indian. I don't know the date on it. I'll clean it up, show you on the wrap, but probably common date Indian. But we're gonna keep going. We just got a little bit here and a little bit of a sidewalk strip over there, and that's it. So hopefully this will be a short hunt but productive. We'll see you on the next. All right guys, still out in this little front yard here. Just found another coin, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an Indian. Yeah, definitely. These are coming out a little bit toasted, but at least I know nobody has hit this before. But it's terribly busy street right here, so I'm gonna try to finish this house up as quick as I can. There's nothing out back. It's just this little tiny front yard. Maybe I'll get a little bit of the strip, but I'm also having a lot of EMF interference with my machine. I had the sensitivity, it's cranked really far down, so I'm hoping that I don't miss anything, but at the same time, I can't run it at its regular settings. So, all right, we'll see you on the next. All right, guys, little change of pace today. Came back out to the old farm. Across the street over there is the house, and where I found the buttons and spoons and the two silver dimes over there. Found an Indian. But I'm over here by the carriage house and by the old barn, and I was up in here the other day, and I was getting a lot of trash signals, and I'm here again doing the same thing, and I'm still getting a lot of trash signals, and I thought that's what this was going to be, but I did lock on to silver dime, and it's going to be a Rosie, which I'll take, but I don't understand how come there's no older silver coins here yet, or at least I didn't come across. This one's a 57, but hey, we'll take that. Not a wasted trip, you know. But all right, we'll see what else we can find here. I've already dug a couple of great sounding signals that turned out to be just solid iron. But all right, we'll see how this goes. I have a couple of other clips of some short hunts that I'm going to put together with this, and see what else, what else we can get onto, what else we can find. But all right, we'll see you on the next. All right, guys, barn's over there, house is over here. Been looking around in this big open field, not finding much of anything. And I came across this shallow signal, and I thought it was going to be another piece of a aluminum can, but I just found a modern token, and it's a bit on the naughty side. This side here says no cash value. Looks like for replay only. But this side has got a naked lady, and it says playtimeboutique.com. Now, Playtime Boutique is a shall we say, adults only store a couple miles away from here. Well, quite a few in the city. Never expected to find something like this out in the country, but hey, you never know, I guess. But all right, we're gonna keep on heading towards the house. I'm really at a loss. I'll see you on the wrap up. All right, guys, the last find was that naughty token down there. Kind of coming up the wall and going closer to the house. Now, if you've seen some of my last videos when I was here, I dug up a lot of spoons, a pewter spoon bowl, some other ones, but just got another one, but this one's very ornate. It's actually got a letter monogrammed on it there. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be plated. I nicked it with my shovel there, and you can see it looks like there's copper color right on the edge, but there is some writing on it. Let me see if we can focus on here. And I couldn't see it, but maybe through the viewfinder. Let's see. No idea. I'll get it cleaned up, show you on the wrap up, but that's pretty neat find. I don't think I've ever found something that ornate before in a spoon. But all right, we're just about ready to wrap it up. Sun's going down, and be dark pretty soon. So all right, we'll see you on the next or on the wrap. What's up, guys? Got out today with Chris from Detecting NEPA. We're here doing this older home. We actually drove about an hour and a half south to where we live to try to find some permissions. First one we knocked at, we got permission, and so far we've been all through here. Chris did find a barber spill, 2 barber dimes so far, and I found a wheat penny, but I just come across a signal, and I got a big copper coin here, but I'm not sure. We're both trying to figure out what it is. It might be too toasted to tell. I'm gonna let it dry out a little bit, give it a light brushing, maybe toothpick it a little bit at the car, but very hard to see. That might be right here, that might be a 3, it might be a King George, but I'm not sure. But as soon as I find out, we'll let you know. See you on the next. Hey guys, getting ready to wrap it up at this old farm. Didn't find much more. Still don't have an ID on that copper coin I just found. But wanted to show you my little digging buddy today. Hi, bud. Got a little itch. Hi. Hello, little Yorkie here. He's been following us around a little bit. Cute little guy. Hi. Hello. So it's been my little digging pal today. He's cute though. All right, we're gonna go see if we can find another permission, and we'll see you on the next. All right, guys, we left that last property, and we just got on this one. Now this house looks like it was mid 1800s. Now we've already been around in the front, haven't found much. I decided to come by this old barn here because, as you can see, there's a sign right here. Moria Plantation, 1742. So I was just sweeping around the front of the barn here, and got an interesting signal. It's kind of high, and ends up it's going to be a rains guide. So that's pretty cool. Take that for a relic. But all right, we're going to be here a little bit, see what we can come up with, and we'll get back to you if we find something else. Hey guys, what's up? Getting ready to head out to a permission I just got not too long ago. I'm gonna go check it out. Guy wanted to be there when I was there, so I had to wait until like kind of late after dinner time. So more than likely I'll be able to come back to the place, but we're gonna take a look and see what's around the house. It's an old house. It was there on the 1860s map, so you know, hopefully it's got some older relics around. We're gonna see, but gonna meet him there in about 10 minutes and see what we find. So I'll either see you on the first clip or on wrap, or I won't see you at all, depending on what I find. All right, guys, I'm at that house now. You can see it's a nice old house, beautiful setting. But I've been up through here already, and it is nothing but loaded with pieces of aluminum siding pieces, can slaw, even up in the front there. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I only found one coin up there, and it was a modern penny. But I did get my first old coin. It's going to be a wheat penny here in the back. So I'm hoping that maybe there's less debris back here. I don't know, but definitely a wheatie. So, all right, we'll see you on the next if there is something. All right, next find, kind of neat, right next to this big old tree stump here. It's right here, pretty shallow, but I have it in my hand. It's gonna be a 5-cent trade token, and it's kind of corroded there, so I'm not sure what it's made of, and it's got a name on it. Maybe Shammy's Place? Not sure. But it's a trade token, so we'll take that. See if I can look that up later and get an ID. Maybe get an age. Alright. Let me keep going here. It's getting a little bit late. Probably have less than an hour left, so. Alright, we'll see you on the next. What's up, guys? Another day out. Came out today with Dave from Wyoming Valley Relics. Took me up to this older set of properties here. We have this one, we have that one. We actually had to wait. We started earlier and we got downpoured on for about 2 hours. So we rode around looking for some other permissions, but I got a wheat penny earlier today, but I found my first decent target in this yard, and it's going to be modern, but this is a sterling silver bracelet. You can see all across it, it says sterling on each one of the pieces there, and you know, fairly modern, but we'll take that. So this is an awesome score. This will probably end up in my girlfriend's possession by the time I get it home, but I figure we'll show you now. But all right, we're gonna continue. I'm gonna go over by that house over there. Dave's over in that corner over there. There was supposed to have been an old house somewhere in there, so he's gonna go check that out, see if there's any signals over there. But all right, we'll see you on the next find. Hopefully there'll be something. We waited long enough with the rain, so hopefully it turns out to be worth it. That'll definitely I call that worth it in my book. So all right, we will see you on the next find. All right, guys, back again. That area where I found the bracelets up around the corner and up by that other house. See Dave out there. He just found a 2-piece military button. But I came over to the front of this. There's not much space here, but did manage to squeak a silver dime out. It's gonna be an early Merc. Couldn't really tell. Let me see if I spray that section off right there. I think it's a 1917. Yes, very worn out, but that's all right. We'll take that. So it's going to be a 1917, and can't tell about a mint mark. But all right, we're going to keep going. We'll see you on the next. All right, guys, the houses we were doing, not this house, but over there. This one is the brother's that we needed to get permission on. He's not around right now, but anyway, we come back over by the first house where the homeowner actually lives, and I just dug up a wheat penny over here and a clad dime and a memorial. All of a sudden, coming into this front yard here, starting to hit some signals, and hit a neat little signal. It's going to be a pocket watch. I don't know if it's too terribly old, but not silver or anything. It's just plated, but neat little relic. So we're going to do around this place, see how long it takes us, and hopefully have a few more finds to show you. So, all right, we will see you on the next find or on a wrap-up. All right, guys, continuing. Came around to the back of the house. The back is a modern addition, but the house was probably older. There's an outhouse right here. So I decided to start detecting the path. Going to the outhouse, and I just hit a Washington quarter. So not too terribly old. It's going to be 61. But hey, we'll take that. I'll just clean that up at home. But all right, still silver. Having a decent silver day. That's what, 2 silver coins and that silver bracelet so far. So all right, we will see you on the next or on the wrap. All right, guys, still at it, getting ready to wrap up. I was over by that house. I was on the far side of the house by the outhouse where I got the silver quarter, and then nothing else really. Just hit this signal. Turns out it's going to be another one of them pocket watches. You know, I don't think too terribly old, but still interesting. You know, interesting little relic. So I'm going to continue, work my way over to the barn, then over to the car. I think we're going to wrap up for today. I'm not sure if we're going to get on another permission or not, but all right, we will show you this on the wrap up. Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be the wrap up on those clips that you just saw, which was actually 6 different hunts that I did over the past, I don't know, maybe week and a half or so. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff, and the video is already a little bit long, so I'm going to get right to it, starting from the first thing since I left off up to the last hunt. So the first find was actually a Native American arrowhead. Take a look at that there. You can see it's not broken. Well, it's got a little snap on both ears, right there and right there. But you can see it's not just a broken tip. This is very, very thinned out. This is what we be classified as like a Madison projectile or a Lavana projectile here in Pennsylvania. Now the Lavana projectiles tend to be a little bit more triangular as far as they're more equal, whereas the Madisons tend to be like this, where they're a little longer than they are wide. So my guess is that this is probably a Madison, which is going to be late woodland around here. You're looking at like 1350 AD on up into historical contact into the 1600s. If it was the Lavana, the earlier ones, you're looking at around 700 AD or so, up to about 1350. So still a nice old arrowhead. And I happened to find that in the one field where I've looked for points before, never found any, and went with Chris from Detecting NEPA. We went to check out that one little field because I did find a home site in there once, and we were just looking for a quick place to go, and we got together and went there, and I happened to spot that arrowhead. And as you see in the clips, it's loaded with all kinds of cobbles and rocks, so that was just a lucky find. All right, so the second place that I did, it was a house that was right in town, in a historical town about 2 towns away, and it was right out on the main Ave. I was actually helping a guy over there and doing a little bit of remodeling there, and it was a friend of mine, and I went out and detected the front yard. The back had nothing in there. The back is actually a paved parking lot, but I ended up that day with 4 crusty zincs, 2 copper pennies. I'm pretty sure that this is an oxen knob, maybe an earlier one. It feels like lead, and it's got that patina like lead. It doesn't have the screws like I saw on the brass one that I found, but I'm pretty confident that's what this is going to be, an oxen knob. I did end up with 3 old coins. I ended up with a 1926 wheat penny there, which I had to soak these in a little bit of olive oil. They were really toasted. I didn't want to use the electrolysis because it's an earlier date wheat. You're looking at like, this one was 1926. I got 2 Indians, and it's not focusing. You know what? Hold on, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to put my light on, and maybe that'll help you see everything. Back in 1 second. Okay, let's try that. Got the light on. Maybe if we can do it without a glare, we can see these coins. So you can see the, I'm hoping you can see that 1926 on the wheat. I got this Indian is 1905. There's a little bit of damage. Look, it got hit by a mower. You can see maybe a mower or something else, but you can see up in that top left corner where it got dinged, and it carries over into the date right there. So that's 1905. Did get a nicer, older Indian, 1879 on that one. Not in too bad a shape. You can, if I can get it to focus, there's still some lettering on Liberty in the headdress, so not a bad looking coin. This side came out just like you see it. I noticed on this, it seemed like one side would be toasted, one side wouldn't, so I don't know what that's all about. Okay, moving along. The third hunt I did was actually at a place that was in the last, maybe in the last two videos that I did. It's a permission I had up in the country, and as you saw from the clips, I did find something very naughty, to put it mildly. Get to that in a second, but I found one penny, one copper penny. I did find another wheat penny there, which is 1935. I got that silver rosy, which is 1957. And there is the naughty token. It says Playtime Boutique. There is a lady with a bare chest. And no cash value, for replay only. And Playtime Boutique is an adult store around here that offers adult products and videos, and I'm thinking this is a token for one of the video booths. I'm not sure, but it's got to be something like that. So moving right along, I did find this silver plated spoon. It's kind of ornate. I haven't found something like this, I don't think, in a while. It's got the grapes on there, and it's even got an initial right there, as you can see. But it's silver plated, you can tell. And on the back there is a patent date. Don't know if it's going to focus, but it has PAT for patent, and it says 4/10/06. So I'm assuming that would be April 10th of 1906. So pretty neat little find. I found a lot of spoons and forks and knives at this place here. The only thing I can think of is maybe they had a lot of picnics outside next to the house, which might explain some of the older coins that I found there. But honestly, that place is kind of older. It should have older, I think, older coins and relics in there. I'm just not finding them in there. Could be that they've sunk down in that sandy soil below where I can, where I can detect at them. I also found one of these. Again, I don't know what that is. I dig a lot of these. I don't know if it's a part to a parasol or something like that, but I see these a lot, and I dig them a lot. Okay, moving along. Now, I did get to do a hunt, another hunt with Chris from Detecting NEPA. Go check out his channel. He's got a lot of really cool finds on there. But when we were out, he did happen to get on a silver barber dime spill, but we got this one. We got on two permissions that day, and I ended up with this stuff here. I got a D buckle. This is a Boyd's cap for a mason jar lid. What's a little bit different is I don't think I've ever found one that had a number in the center there. I may have, I'm not sure, but I just don't remember one with a number on it. So that's kind of interesting. Got a nice relic here, Rain's Guide there. I got some clad. I got 3 dimes, quarter, 2 pennies, and a zinc. This little thing here, I'm not sure what it was, but when I first dug it up, these holes were plugged up. I thought it was a copper, but turned out not to be. A little, I guess that's an organ reed. But I did get a few relics and some old coins. I got this button here. I think it was like an iron button or something, or an iron back. I'm pretty sure it's a button, or it's a decorative piece off of something. But this is definitely a flat button. It says Imperial Full Gilt Orange. And these are those flat buttons that were Imported at the time from the UK. It was before the United States really had an industry making buttons, so they imported a lot of their buttons mostly out of England. A lot of them were made in London, and they usually date 1820s, 1840s, somewhere in there. Some a little bit before, but usually that type of button with those wordings and combinations of those words were usually roughly in that time period, from what I've been told. And I did get, as you saw in the clip, I thought I had scored my very first large cent, but it wasn't a large cent. It's very difficult to see, but this is going to be my oldest so far, my oldest dateable coin. Now, it's very difficult to see. I toothpicked it. It's very crusty, but what we got out of the date was 1773. You should be able to clearly see that 3 right in there. It's a little bit difficult, but it's a King George III, 1773. You can barely make out. You might be able to see Britannia on there. It depends on the lighting. And we also, when we first cleaned it off, we were able to catch the Roman numerals for the 3. So even though we can't really see a bust and barely read some of the lettering around here, this is a KG3, 1773. So that makes it my oldest dateable coin so far. This would be the second KG coin that I've ever found. The other one was completely toasted, couldn't get a date. You just barely recognize the features on the coin. Also got another wheat penny from that hunt, and that wheat there was 1953. Sorry, I have things written down so I didn't forget. So that was the hunt that I did with Chris from Detecting NEPA. We actually got in the car, and instead of going north like we always do, we ended up going south. And we went to a place about an hour and a half away, found an old town, knocked on a few doors, ended up getting like 2 permissions that day. And this was the result on my end. So, okay, going to another hunt that I did this hunt where the house, you would think, would have a lot of things in it. As far as the guy knew, it was never metal detected before, and I was really looking forward to it. The house was built in the 1860s. However, when I got there, it turned out to be a nightmare of just tons of trash signals. I must have dug 50 pieces of aluminum siding, because at one point the house was sided and they took the siding off to expose the original woodwork. The guy wants to paint it and restore it. But it was just so tough going through there. My machine sounded like R2-D2 on drugs. It was terrible. But I did manage to get a few different things. I got this lid to something. Now, this may be from a woman's compact, because I was noticing that it does have a little bit of a design. There's a little bit of fancy on the outside of it there, as you can possibly pick up. And there was the remnants, I thought, of some kind of a, like right here, like that might have been for a hinge. And then I did get this, which I'm pretty sure is also another lady's compact. You can see there's this design on the one side, and there's something for the again, for a hinge or something there. And you can see the design on the front. A little bit hard to see, but there's some fancy design on it there. So part of a woman's compact there, I think so anyway. I did get this little piece of brass. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe some kind of a scutcheon, or some kind of decorative piece, little brass piece. Or I had to clean it up a little bit because you couldn't see the design. And it turned out it's like this dimpled design going through there. So that was pretty neat. I did get 2 coins and a token. I just got 1 modern memorial. I did manage to get a wheat penny. It's 1944. And I got this token. Now, it's an aluminum token. You can see it's kind of crudded up. It's starting to fall apart. It almost is like those them shell tokens or whatnot. Same type of material. But this one says good for 5 cents in trade. And on the other side, it says Shimmy's Place. Now, I'm not sure, that might have been like a local bar around here. Maybe it's from the, middle 1900s, maybe, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. I'm not sure. But if I had to guess, maybe even in the 1950s or 60s, maybe. I don't know. I looked up that name and couldn't find anything in the local history area, so I'm not sure. But did score the token, so that was pretty cool. I am going to try to go back to this place. The guy welcomed me back there anytime I want. The thing that I'm going to end up having to do is start digging all those trash signals to see if I get anything underneath. Now, I've done that before, but it's tedious. I'm going to be there several times. It's going to take a bunch of trips to get in there and really go through it. So I'll let you know how that works out. I may still decide to go and do that maybe when I don't have a permission to go to and I have a few hours to kill. Maybe just go up there and dig trash signals until hopefully I find something good in amongst the trash. Last hunt that I did was just a few days ago, and we got poured on. I went out with Dave from Wyoming Valley Relics. We got together. We headed to an older town a little bit north of here, and ended up getting on to 2 different permissions, and one wasn't so great, but the other one turned out to be pretty good. So anyway, I did end up with a Tootsie car. I ended up with 2 pocket watches, and then the back has fallen off of this one, and it still has the plastic, I think it's like a plastic type of a case, so I can't see the watch face inside. But this one here, it says West Clock Scotty, and if you look this up, they were manufactured between 1945 and 1959, so at least you got a rough idea of date and history. I did get this, it was a piece of brass. At first I thought it was maybe part of a brooch, that there would be like a ceramic part in here. I don't think so. I think it's just a brass ring. I mean, it could have been, but I don't see like a pin where a pin would have housed, and it's a bit heavy, so maybe it's part of, a machinery or something. I don't know, but it looked interesting, so I took it home to clean it up. And I did get to score a few coins, some silver, and some silver jewelry, as you probably saw in the clip. First off I did end up with 3 wheat pennies, a 1941, a 1941S, and a 1956. And just, standard dates, nothing special. I got these 2 silvers. I got a 1917 Mercury dime, and as you might be able to tell, it's 1917, but it is pretty wiped out. It's a pretty smooth coin. This thing has seen some circulation. Don't know if there would have been a mint mark or not. I don't think so, but if there was, it's worn off. And I did get this silver Washington, not too bad a shape. Last year, I couldn't find a silver Washington to save my life. I think I found like 1 last year. And this year, I've found 4, 5, 6 of them already. I'm not even sure. But I think that the whole gem of the trip, no pun intended, was this gemstone. I think it's gemstones or semi-precious stones, but it is a sterling silver bracelet. It does have a little kink. I thought I might have nailed it with the shovel, but I looked at it. It's not scratched. I think it was just kinked in the ground. Maybe a mower got it when it was lost. But if you flip it over, let me turn it. Every piece, every link in the bracelet says sterling, and there's a hallmark on each one that I'm not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure this isn't any kind of vintage jewelry or anything. It was barely under the roots of the grass. It was very shallow, and this is probably a recent drop. The clasp has broken off, and even the clasp says 925 right there. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to see with the light, but you can see 925. So this turned out to be a nice little score. And unfortunately, my girlfriend loves silver, and she has got some of my best silver rings, and her eyes lit up when I brought this home. So that will not be going in my collection. That'll be going into the pile of things that has to go to the jeweler to get looked at, to get fixed, and that my girlfriend will probably wear. I don't mind though. It's, it's all good. I don't sell any of the things that I find anyway. So if she likes it and is going to get some use out of it, more power to her. I'm happy to give it to her, make her happy. So, all right, this has been a long video, so I will end this here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please be sure, if you like the video, hit the like, hit that subscribe button, share the video. I'm trying to grow the channel. I would love to see this channel double in subscribers by next year, if not better. I really enjoy what I do, and I love sharing it with you guys, and the history and just the thrill of not knowing what you're going to dig up when you get out there. So please hit that like, subscribe, share it with people you know. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I will get back to you. And if you have any ideas on any of my videos, if you have any ideas what some of the stuff may be that I wasn't able to identify, please feel free to throw it in there too. I'd appreciate it. Okay, until then, stay safe. Good luck out there for those that are doing it. And we'll see you on the next video.